Joining us is Kidambi Srikanth, who is a part of a world champion team, the Thomas Cup team that India has won the title after 73 years. Kidambi, thank you for being here on Times Now, and many, many congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Srikanth, beating a 14-time champion Indonesia, doing it after 73 years, it felt like this team from the very beginning knew what its goal was going into this Thomas Cup competition. Talk us through that.
Yeah, even before the tournament started, we just, told each other that, we definitely have a chance, but it's really important to be consistent, to be as a team, to think as a team and, to play as a team, because in team events, it's not about the individual performances. It's about, how good or how well you can, back each other, how well you can support each other. And we really backed each other, and then we believed in each other, and then I think it really showed on court.
And what was the difference this time around? We've been playing Thomas Cup for so many years. What was the difference in the mindset? Was there a difference in training as well? What was it all like preparing for this tournament?
To be frank, we didn't really get too much time to practice. Keeping Thomas Cup in mind, because after I went back from BSc, Badminton Asia Championships, I only had about 3 days before I came to Thailand. So there isn't anything that we've done particularly in practice, but it was more about being together as a team. I think that itself really made a huge difference.
Srikanth, I have to talk to you about your individual performance as well. I have been seeing you, covering you for many, many years, but never have I seen you celebrating any win like the way you did yesterday with that fist pump and that throw of the racket. I even spoke to your brother and he said he froze in that moment. So, tell us a little about that. It felt like, I have done it. I have achieved what I wanted to achieve. Talk me through that celebration.
I don't think this would have happened even if I would have won that World Championship final last year. But team events are different, to individual events. There are a lot of people, sitting behind you and cheering for you, supporting for you. So it's a different pressure, and when you do something for the team, for the nation, that gives you more happiness. And I was very happy, and I was just very happy, extremely delighted that I was able to, going into the match, I always knew that if I can pull that match, that will be the it for the tournament. We will become the Thomas Cup champions of 2022. So, that win did really gave me a lot of happiness. And then, it's also the fact that, with my win, there were a lot of other people, who also were really very excited and very happy with my win. So it was a different feeling. And yeah, I think it spoke, emotions.
It absolutely spoke. Srikanth, you're also, former world number one. You have won 4 Super Series titles in 1 year. But over the years, have you felt like there has been a point that you've needed to prove, whether it's injuries or, whether it's other things? Have you ever felt like, I had a point to prove, and with this win, I have done that?
See, I don't really think I have a point to prove to anyone, because when I won, it was me, who worked hard for it. And when I got injured, I know for a fact that because I was pushing myself too much, I got injured. And injuries don't happen if you, sit at home, and if you don't do anything, injuries doesn't happen. If you are pushing yourself more than what your body can take, that is when injuries happen. So I always know that I always have been really working hard. I always have been trying to get better, play well, win more tournaments, win the major events for the nation. So for a fact, I know that I always have been working really hard. So I only wanted to, continue doing it. I never thought I have to prove anything to anyone. It was me. I started the sport because I loved playing it, and I still have the passion to play. So I am playing it, and I will definitely continue to work hard, and I will win the tournaments. It's because that is what I like doing. And yeah.
And Srikanth, since last night, the accolades haven't stopped, from financial awards to the entire sporting fraternity in India coming together to celebrate this win. Have you had a moment away from your phone, or it's been ringing constantly since last night? Have you gone through the kind of wishes that have come for you from players, from people from fans as well? Have you had the time to go through all of that, the frenzy that has happened back home?
I am slowly trying to respond to each and every one. It will take a little bit of time because I'm not really used to social media that much. So it'll take a little bit of time, but yeah, it's real, like it gives you a different experience because when you see this is when you get to know how many people really prayed for you or really wanted you to win. And all these good people, it's kind of a duty for every player, I feel, to at least say thank you to all of them, for being so supportive. And yeah, I did get a good night's sleep, and then I did everything also along with all these responding to people, but I will try and slowly respond to everyone.
You'll get to it.
Yeah, I will do it. It might take a while, but I will do it.
Srikanth, the PM also spoke to the entire team. Could you tell us a little what that conversation was like? He was the first one to tweet congratulating the entire team for this win, saying that it's going to motivate everyone else also to pick up the sport. So tell us a little about your conversation with him. What did he say? What did you tell him?
It's a great feeling when the Prime Minister of India calls you and talks to you for he spoke to all of us for I think say 10 minutes at least. So it's a great feeling, and I'm very thankful. He took his time out and he called us, and then he called us to congratulate, and then he spoke to us for 10 minutes. And he also know how everyone did throughout the tournament, and he even knew that I won all my 6 matches in the tournament. So for him to keep a track of everyone's performances in a tournament and then to call immediately after the tournament to congratulate us, what else can you ask for the Prime Minister of India? So I'm very thankful to him for showing such a great gesture, and then for recognizing our efforts, and I can feel in his voice that is very happy. And yeah, and we were also extremely happy to have to speak to him. And yeah.
And Srikanth, it's been tough beating Denmark, Malaysia, Indonesia. It's not been an easy path for the Indian team.
Definitely, in such a big event, everyone comes up with their best team, and India, the tougher it is, the sweeter it is.
And Srikanth, tell us a little about the celebrations last night. We are being told that by Vimal sir, we were told that the president of BAI had said that you guys can go for dinner anywhere you want, and that is going to be from his side. So tell us about celebrations last night. How was it? What did you guys do?
Yeah, so firstly, I would also like to, thank the coaches, support staff, and Vimal sir. He came here as a manager for the Indian team. All of them, they've been really very supportive. And also, some of the players from the Uber Cup, the women's players, they were there from the quarterfinals match of ours. They've been very supportive.
And
Can you hear?
Yeah, I can.
So they all of them have been very supportive. So all the men's team, women's team, along with coaches, support staff, and everyone, we all went out for went out for a dinner, It's like a team India dinner. It's not just about Thomas Cup or Uber Cup, but it's a team India dinner. And yeah, we just thought we will, spend some time, all of us spend some time together, and then really thank each other, for being very supportive, for really helping us and believing in us. And it was a nice dinner.
And Shrikant, last question to you. Going forward, not the Thailand Open, I'm asking about long term. What does this win mean for you in terms of, going forward in your career? I know you've missed out on Tokyo, but these are baby steps towards Paris, you would believe.
Definitely, I think Paris is there in my mind. I will definitely work towards it. That will be the goal for me. But the short-term goals for me are the Commonwealth Games and the World Championships that I have this year. So the Asian Games got postponed.
Yeah.
So we don't have that this year, but there'll be Commonwealth and World Championships. So yeah, at the moment I am more focused about doing well in those events, but Paris will always be there.
Thank you, Srikanth, for taking out time, and wish you all the best for the upcoming Thailand Open.
Thank you.